Hey, third grade Trojans, Miss G here, and today we're going to review and practice using affixes to help us figure out the meanings of words. So you guys know what affixes are because we have talked about prefixes and suffixes before. So we got this. Let's get started. Affixes are word parts that are fixed or attached to a root word to change its meaning. There are two types of affixes. One is a prefix. Prefixes are found at the beginning of a root. For example, unhappy, un is the prefix, meaning not. Happy would be the root, so that means not happy. And then suffixes are also a type of affix. They are found at the end of a root. So we'll use the same root, happy, but this time the suffix is ness, happiness. That's a state of being happy. So, if you paid attention to the Brain Pop video, or if you remember from earlier lessons, you can use the meaning of the affix or the prefix or the suffix to help you figure out the meaning of the whole word. When we practice today, I'll go over some specific prefixes and suffixes and their definitions, and then I'll show you and read aloud a short passage. As I read, I want you to be looking for words that have that affix. I'll tell you to pause the video to talk about or write down the words you found and their meanings. And when you're finished, you will play the video to check your answers. So in order to stay engaged, you need to pause the video at appropriate spots. You need to share, think out loud, or write down your answers. And then if you don't understand something, or if I went too fast, or if you didn't hear something, I want you to go back in the video. Okay, our first affix is prefix en or n, okay? That means to put in or within a state of being. Now, I know that sounds kind of confusing right now, but when you see it put onto the beginning of a root word, it will hopefully make more sense. The sun. The sun is a powerful force. It enables plants to grow. Plants need sunshine. The sun empowers people to grow plants for food. It also enables people to live on the earth. If there were no sun, the earth would be too cold. It would also be dark. We need the sun to live. Many people enjoy the sun. It is nice to be outside on a sunny day. The sun's rays are strong. We must be safe in the sun. Scientists encourage us to wear sunscreen. So what I want you to do is I want you to pause the video. I want you to either discuss or write down the words with the prefix en, and then I want you to think about what those words mean using the prefix meaning, which is to put in or within a state of being, and then also to use the root word to help you. So there weren't very many words with the prefix en in this particular passage, but hopefully you saw enables, which means to put into a state of being able, enjoy, in a state of joy, and encourage, put in a state of being courageous. Good work, guys. Here is a picture of my son's dog, Stony, and he is wearing the bunny ears that I got him for Easter. Doesn't he look so cute? I call him my grand dog, and he is a good boy. Let's go on to our next affix. Our second affix means a person who or something that. And you'll notice that both the ER and the OR suffix can be added to a word to make it a person who is doing something or something that is doing something. The farmer and the painter. May's dad is a farmer. He is a painter too. He is a farmer during the day. He is a painter in the late afternoons and evenings. He loves to be both a farmer and a painter. He gets to do both things that he loves. May's dad paints pictures of his farming life. One was of his tractor. Another was of his barn. I think it is wonderful to be a farmer and a painter. He is the only person I know who both farms and paints. So you should have been looking for words that end in ER or OR. And here is what I found. I found farmer, which is a person who farms. So the root word would be farm, and the ER would be making it a person who farms. And painter, the root word is paint. You add an ER to it, and then you have a person who paints. I want you to pay attention to the words farm and paint. Farm is a verb and paint can be a verb. So I can farm crops or I can paint a picture. Notice when you add an ER on that, it makes it become a noun. Nice work, guys. All right, so this is my grand dogger, Emmy. She is a pocket pit. That means that she is a small breed of pit bull. And she's way smaller than Stony, but she's still the boss. And she is a sweetie pie. Look at her little face. All right, our next affix is suffix ly, and it means in a certain way. Guys, remember, after I finish reading the passage, you need to press pause and you need to go back to find the words with the suffix ly and either talk about them or write them down and what they mean. This is called the goal. Coco plays in a weekly soccer game. She likes running. She likes that the game moves quickly. She has to watch the ball closely. Last week, Coco had a great game. At halftime, she walked sadly off the field. She had not touched the ball even once. Then it was the second half. Coco made a great play. Lee had the ball. He was taking it up the field. Coco was running quickly. She was on the other side of the field from Lee. Someone on the other team ran towards Lee. Lee acted quickly. He kicked the ball to Coco. She softly tapped it to get it in the right spot. Then she kicked it hard. It went right past the goalie and into the goal. Coco jumped up and down. She proudly ran towards Lee. They gave each other a high five. Coco walked happily off of the field. It was a great game. Now, hopefully you found several words that end in suffix ly in that last passage. And so here they are. Weekly, in a week. Quickly, in a quick way. Closely, in a close way. Sadly, in a sad way. Softly, in a soft way. Proudly, in a proud way. Happily, in a happy way. Hopefully you're seeing the patterns where we're using the root word plus the meaning of the affix to help us come up with the meaning of that whole word. All right, here's my Stony boy again, giving you that handsome profile of his. Good work, guys. Now I'm going to show you and read aloud a longer text about how scientists are helping sea turtles and their babies. As I read, I want you to be looking for words with prefixes un and n and words with the suffixes ly and er. My suggestion is to pause the video each time you find one so you can say the word and its meaning, or you can listen to the whole passage all the way through, and then you can go back to find the words and their meanings. You'll have to go back in the video, though, to do that. Up to you. Remember to use the affix to help you make a definition for each word. So, un means not. We've had that one a lot this year. N means to put in or within a state of being. Ly, in a certain way. And er, a person who or something that. Okay, this is a Scholastic News article, and it is titled, "Stop That Thief." It's the middle of the night on a beach in Costa Rica. A sea turtle crawls out of the waves and across the sand. She uses her rear flippers to dig a hole where she lays nearly 100 eggs. Then she covers the eggs with sand and heads back to the sea. Those turtle eggs should be safe in the sand until they hatch about 8 weeks later. But trouble is about to strike. A thief called a poacher has been waiting for this night. After the turtle swims away, raids the nest. He steals the eggs and rushes off to sell them. They will never have a chance to hatch. Unfortunately, scenes like this one are common. The poaching of sea turtle eggs is a serious problem in some parts of the world. Now, a new invention may fool thieves and help put an end to that poaching. Poacher problem. Most sea turtle species are endangered. Taking their eggs is against the law, but it still happens, especially in parts of Central America and Asia. Some people there enjoy eating turtle eggs. Poachers sell the eggs they collect to restaurants and other buyers. An egg usually sells for a couple dollars, but that price can soar to $300. Poachers know they can probably get away with a crime. It can be hard for police to find them and stop them, but that may be about to change. Excellent idea. Recently, a scientist named Kim Williams-Gillian used a 3D printer to make a fake sea turtle egg. It's called the Investigator. It's made of squishy plastic so it feels authentic. It even has a sprinkling of sand. But this egg has a secret inside. It contains a GPS tracker that sends signals to a computer. The signals show where the egg is at all times. The idea is to put the egg in a nest with real eggs. Poachers will steal both the real eggs and the fake one. The GPS tracker will show police where the poacher and eggs are. They can make an arrest. Brighter future. Williams-Gillian is working with a wildlife group called Paso Pacifico. They've been testing the Investigator in Costa Rica. They plan to try the fake eggs in other places too. If the idea works, more sea turtle eggs will hatch safely, and more baby turtles will scurry into the ocean. Someday, they may even lay eggs of their own. So remember, you are looking for words with prefixes un and n and suffixes ly and er. Let's see what you found. Okay, so there weren't that many words with the prefix un, but there was one, unfortunately, which is not in a fortunate way. And you might be thinking, Ms. G, that also had the suffix ly, which you would be correct. So you see that some words can have prefixes and suffixes onto one root. So we'll come back to unfortunately later, okay? Also, words with the prefix n, to put in a state of being. Endangered means to put in danger, and enjoy means in a state of joy. Oh, there's Emmy again. Emmy is giving you a little winky face to tell you that she appreciates you putting so much effort into this lesson. She knows that you are amazing. All right, a lot of ly words. So remember, ly means in a certain way. You should have found, again, like we said, unfortunately. So this would be in an unfortunate way. Nearly in a near way. Especially in a special way. Probably in a probable way. Recently in a recent way. And let's see, this little toolbar needs to go away. Safely in a safe way. Oh, and there's Stony again. This is when Stony was a little bit younger. He was much smaller. And look at his little mismatched ears. One was always sticking up, and then one was always kind of like folded down to the side. Okay, so we also had a lot of ER words. Remember, ER means a person who or something that. So flipper, something that flips. Poacher, a person who poaches. Printer, something that prints. Computer, something that computes. And tracker, something that tracks. Now, you also might have said the word brighter because it does end with an ER and it does have a root, but not all ER suffixes mean a person who or something that. We're going to talk about adjectives later on, and we'll talk about comparative and superlative adjectives. And comparative adjectives mean something that is more. So brighter would be more bright. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky, this English language. All right, and I ran out of Stony and Emmy pictures, so here's a picture of Honeycat in her basket. This is one of her favorite scratching and napping places. All right, guys, thanks for your hard work today, third grade. You can do some more online practice with other affixes by clicking in the links in the description. There's 3 games there. There's one about suffixes, one for prefixes, and then one that's kind of mixed. Also, I figured out that you can enjoy vocabulary songs using this class code PNRHDY. So what you'll do is you can go to vocabulary.com and you'll have to click on the link that says join a class. Use the class code to make an account. It should be free. If it's making you pay anything, then don't bother with it. But it should be free with this class code. Once you create your account, you can watch any of the vocab videos, including the ones we've seen in class. Check out the prefix and the suffix videos. And your account will be active until around May 14th, because that's when my account is deactivated. So yours will be deactivated then too. You can also enjoy the vocabulary brain break link that I left in the description too. So thanks again for your hard work, guys, and have a wonderful day.